And then there's Obama, who's going to get the sick and old people to pay for a debt that's impossible to pay. Obama is basically out to kill anybody that, I mean, he is Hitler. You know, like, if you're sick, we don't want you. If you're old, we don't want you. The only one we want are healthy, hardworking slaves. That's the only one we want to keep alive. Everybody else is good as dead, as far as Obama. And I really, 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 really want to make the association that this is Oprah's idea of living your best life. Kill all weak people. Kind of put the association every time you see Obama trying to kill people, make the association that this is Oprah's best friend. And Oprah knows how to live your best life. Oprah's made her whole freaking career off of knowing what the right thing to do is. So look at Oprah's friendships. Obama. It is one of her best friendships. You need to watch some of her shows to see what she says. Like, this is her hero, is Obama. They're two of the same. They're I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they're brother and sister. And they're out to really, really freaking destroy the planet. They are very, very, very sick people. Just some of the words that I heard today is that, oh, you people don't know that, you know, how problems are solved. It's like, well, they don't get solved by lying all the time. You don't say, well, this is what I'm going to do, but, oh, this is what I'm going to do. And, you know, like flip-flop all the time. Every single thing that man said, he's reversed. He wants to stop war, but he's increasing war. At some point in time, because this guy is in his own, lost in his own insanity. So is Oprah, that, oh, the rest of the world just doesn't get it. And it's like, well, maybe the rest of the world is a little smarter than those leaders, because if leaders actually knew what they were doing, we wouldn't be where we are today. So clearly, those at the top that think they know what they're doing suck at what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. But we, the little people, are going to keep thinking they know what they're doing. We're going to trust for them to somehow come up with an answer. You should know by now that your leaders are saying there is no law. There's only a law that you're going to be fooled into believing. Because look at them. Law doesn't apply to them. If law doesn't apply to them, why does law apply to you? There's a contradiction there. Law is only there for the weak who don't know any better, that the law is not real. You know, you go into a justice system. We all know that the justice system can't tell the difference between right and wrong. Just watch some of your Law and Order shows. I mean, they put it out there in your media. Every freaking crime show will show you that the wrong guy is in jail all the time. You can never do anything about it, you know, or the guy that actually committed the crime always gets away. Look at some of those shows. I've been watching them for years. Every freaking show is the same thing over and over. The criminal always gets away, and some innocent guy is always holding the bag. And there's nothing that the law is constantly, perpetually never fair, and it's on your freaking TV shows all the time. But yeah, you're going to think that you should follow the law. That law is only there for the dumb and the blind to follow. Because while you're following that law, the criminals aren't. The criminals are like, hey, I can predict what he's doing. As long as I let him, he's going to follow the law. So as long as he's following the law, I know exactly what he's going to do next. And it's so easy to rip him off because he doesn't even see it coming. So, I mean, have you lost your house? Has any laws ever applied to you? Can you get protection? It don't matter what country you live in. It doesn't matter whether you're states or in Canada or whatever country. There is no justice. No government structure is creating a just system. There is no example in no country yet, because we don't have that mindset. It's going to take a completely different mindset to solve the problems of today. And the people that are in charge running the show do not have what it takes to solve the problems, because they create all of the problems. And if we're going to sit there and just wait for them to solve a problem, you're waiting for your own grave. You will not do anything until they take away your ability to eat. That is what's coming. They're going to shut off all checks to people with disabilities will no longer be able to feed or live anywhere. What are they going to do? Come and fight? They're disabled. They can't do anything. They can't speak for themselves. So it's got to be society speaking up for the weaker. But will society do that? No, they can't even speak up for themselves. Nobody's doing nothing about nothing. And we're all sitting there bitching and complaining and doing nothing, organizing nothing. Or you're talking about getting your guns and just being as bad as them. Be the criminal, which is not what I'm suggesting. There's so many solutions, so many different directions, but I sure as hell wouldn't spend 1 minute on any of these guys. Warren Buffett, any of his investments, I wouldn't invest in anything right now, except for invest in myself and invest in the people that are directly associated with me, who are invested in their communities. And to do what it's got to start from the bottom. You do have to do the right thing, so none of these criminals can come and get you, because you're always doing the right thing. But you have, it's like gangs. They showed you how to do it. Protect your neighborhood. Be family. Just don't be. You don't have to be criminals to survive like they do. But yeah, at some point you're gonna, where are you gonna get your food? Warren Buffett is the only guy that has the food. What are you gonna do when you're starving? I think you have the human right to go and take your food. Even if it's in Warren Buffett's house, go and feed yourself. You need to. You have that human right. God granted you the right to eat. Not kill or do any harm. But when you've got a bigger group going in there saying, we're just going to take the food that's rightfully ours, but they're going to come up with guns. So, we're smarter than them. We are so much smarter than them that whatever weapons they have, we can build the shield that they can't get through, that they cannot penetrate. We just got to be smarter than they are. But it cracked me up to hear Obama saying, oh, you people just can't tell what a solution looks like. Well, you know what? When this guy, cut off your own paycheck. If it's good for you, follow your own advice. That's where you find your own insanity, is when you can give advice out into the world, but you can't follow it, you're insane. When Warren Buffett gives away his money, but then makes the most profit, he's giving money away to himself. Actually, what he's doing is he's giving away all of his money to non-profits that support and sustain every way that kills us. So it's like he's going to give you the he's like going to paralyze you while he kills you, so you can't do a damn thing. So these people are just psychopathic, mentally ill people, and they're not my enemy. I don't have any ill will for them. They are just sick people. They are addicted to crack. They have zero information on how problems are solved. And yet we look up to them. Why? Like, I mean, who's crazier? The people that look up to somebody that's insane or the guy that's actually insane? I don't know. Tell me. Peace out.